complete forecast. Here's KATC Chief Meteorologist Rob Perillo.
Welcome back. Well, the weather's still looking good as we move forward and closer to the weekend. Some more clouds tomorrow and more clouds certainly as we head into the weekend. Even a chance of a few showers this weekend, but the weekend won't be a washout. We'll talk more about that and the tropics coming up in just a bit. But first off, let's look at what's dominating our weather pattern. Big ridge aloft has been pretty much anchored over Texas, Mexico, and the Gulf of Mexico, pretty much dominating across the region. High pressure also in the southwest Atlantic. To the south, we have our tropical system, at least the upper level reflection. Again, we're looking at winds at 18,000 feet and upper level trough here to the west. Another one farther north and west that'll bring a front in. And eventually we're going to see a change in the pattern where this high pressure ridge breaks down a little bit this weekend and a very weak low pressure system develops way out ahead of Ada, which could have some influences and steering influences on the storm or whatever emerges down the road. Now, as we take a look at what's going on across Central America, still some very heavy rainfall, but mainly offshore and into the mountains of Honduras and then over toward Belize as well. Center of the circulation of what's left over, there looks to be a mid-level circulation here that's possibly heading for the Pacific. That may redevelop in the Pacific, but the lower level circulation, we're kind of right where my hand is, now down to a tropical depression with 35-mile-an-hour winds. It's going to go to just a plain old low for a couple of days, then re-emerge out into the Gulf of Honduras and the Northwest Caribbean and redevelop to a tropical storm, with a tropical storm crossing Cuba and then heading towards South Florida Sunday into Monday. And the models kind of back that up as well, as they have been for days, insisting on redevelopment. Here's the European model that goes gangbusters on this particular storm, deepens it to a hurricane once again, and then possibly making landfall on the northern Gulf Coast. Notice it should stay just east of Louisiana. It would be a first if we saw this one even get close to Louisiana or strike the Louisiana coast at first so late in the year, but it's been that kind of year. Now, we take a look at the GFS model, and this one came in about an hour or so ago. This one's kind of wild. It does the thing over toward the Bahamas, then South Florida, and then it makes a run down toward Cuba. And believe it or not, if you could extend this out, then it makes a run toward the Yucatan and perhaps the southwestern Gulf of Mexico. So something we'll watch for a while. And as we examine your water temperatures, the water temperatures here still supportive of tropical activity through the southern Gulf. Notice we have the loop current here. You need 80-degree temperature or better, but even with Hurricane Zeta, it moved into these waters and still fired up. These are 70s, and you can see 60s right along the immediate coastline. So there's still some energy for tropical systems, and we're not done with hurricane season quite yet, at least for the eastern Gulf and down toward the Caribbean most certainly. Tonight, upper 40s to lower 50s your low. Tomorrow afternoon, back into the mid to upper 70s. Should be a nice day, but a few more clouds out there. Fair skies, not quite as cool tomorrow night. Low to mid 50s and maybe a few patches of fog in the mix. And then as we get into your Friday, temperatures in the upper 70s with mostly sunny skies. So a nice cool evening. Not as cool out there overall, but still chilly. Temperatures ranging upper 40s to near 50. We may have to readjust that number tonight at 10. We'll watch the trends. 77 the high tomorrow. Beautiful day, seasonal temperatures, and a sun and cloud mix, making the sky a little bit more interesting indeed. Much the same goes for Friday, even more sunshine, and then this weekend we'll see some clouds. Rain chances at about 20-30%. Either of those days do not look like washouts, but we'll certainly see more clouds. And then going into next week, a benign forecast with a front along about midweek, and then maybe one for the following weekend. That's it for weather for now. We'll go back over to Marcel.